Welcome to the world of ham radio. On the eve of January 26th Republic Day celebrations, on behalf of Academy of Ham Radio, passing best wishes, greetings to one and all. Today, on this auspicious occasion, I would like to share one of my experience in which I took part with other ham radio operators. Normally, we used to participate many disaster operations like cyclones, floods, earthquake, like the one which Orissa super cyclone, Gujarat earthquake, and earlier Uttarakasi earthquake, Latur earthquake, like so on. Many operations. Even we have took part in the national games also. But this operation was entirely different. That is with regard to Indian Navy International Fleet Review Day. International Fleet Review Day, it is a maritime exercise that is being conducted by naval forces by different countries in the sea. Every year, normally, fleet reviews will be conducted. But occasionally, this International Fleet Review will conducted normally once in a president's tenure. In India, so far, International Fleet Reviews were conducted two times, that is in 2001 and 2016. 2001, at about 24 countries took part, and 2016, which was conducted in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, International Fleet Review, which was conducted in Visakhapatnam in the year 2016, in which 50 countries' naval chiefs took part. It was a very big, major exercise, prestigious, ambitious task were conducted in Andhra Pradesh, that is in Visakhapatnam. That period, Visakhapatnam Police Commissioner was considering to taking the coordination, assistance from the ham radio operators in order to pass the messages to different places like the command control, Viswapriya Function Hall, Naval Guest House, INS Daga Airport, Circuit Guest House, Chola Guest House. Like this, all the places they wanted to have communication for speedy passing the messages, for conducting the International Fleet Review in a hassle-free manner. In this International Fleet Review, Prime Minister of our country, Narendra Modi, and President of our country, Pranab Mukherjee, both have participated. So, Narendra Modi's were provided accommodation in the Novotel Hotel. Novotel Hotel also one important communication point. Myself along with Sivaram Prasad Garu, VU2 ICC, and Sharath Garu, who happens to be the Collector's Office Ham Radio Control Room in charge, VU3 WJN, we all sit together and discussed. So we would like to take up the ambitious tasks, setting up the ham stations in different places. We know it is a very difficult task. We don't have proper communication equipment along with us. We have to pull up ham radio operators and as well as high frequency and very high frequency walkie-talkies and base stations, antennas, antenna analyzers, antenna tuners, and all the logistics, whatever things are required. But we have been given a task of establishing communication link to total 11 stations, different points. We were seriously thinking for entrusting each point for two ham radio operators. When we started thinking on this line, the entire ambitious task, the challenging task was appeared a bit simple. Like this, we have formed a senior ham radio expert team, and in the process, I have contacted around 23 ham radio operators spanning across Andhra Pradesh and Telangana states, both the Telugu speaking states. I have been entrusted the task of coordinating, and I acted like a ham radio coordinator for undertaking this ambitious task. All the people with their equipment agreed, accepted our request and proposal to participate in this prestigious task along with their equipments. This international fleet was conducted in 2016 in the month of February, 4th to 9th of February. Total 5 days program. The expert radio operators have included in our international fleet ham radio team. Among them, VU3 FTP, Old Man Ramesh, VU2 IPL, Old Man Suresh, and VU3 NYD, presently VU2 IDF, upgraded call sign is VU2 IDF, and late Ratnam Master Garu, VU3 BSR, and Subramanyam Garu from Police Department, now he retired, VU2 POG, and his brother, later Purushottam Garu, who was the in charge of ham radio control room in Machilipatnam, Krishna district. Apart from this, Nelluru team under the guidance of Sarthi Garu, all these people came forward to take up this responsibility, and VU2 ICC and myself both have taken the responsibility of conducting from the control station on the round the clock basis. All the places like command control room, IFR, International Fleet Review Control Room, which was set up in Collector's Office, Visakhapatnam, INS Daga Airport, Circuit Guest House, and Naval Canteen. All these places are the points where we have to set up the station. We started for this operation 2 days in advance, that is 2nd February from Vijayawada. VU3 FTP, he came along with all the equipments, antennas, high frequency, very high frequency, base stations and walkie-talkies, antenna analyzers. He brought everything from Khammam all the way. He came by four-wheeler, by a jeep, fitted with mobile antennas, VHF and HF. His equipment was drawn the attention of many onlookers. And here Suresh Garu V2 IPL and SRR College lecturer, now retired from the services, Nageswar Rao Garu VU3 VQP, his upgraded call sign is VU2 JDF. All the four people have travelled by jeep along with all the equipments. We started on 2nd February via Rajahmundry, Anaparthi, Visakhapatnam. That was the route. In Anaparthi, we took a break. There, we have been provided sumptuous meal by the devotees of Subhash Patri. We had a meeting with him for a brief, and they have provided a sumptuous meal. After staying for some time, taking enough rest, we started our journey towards Visakhapatnam. By evening, we have reached Visakhapatnam, and there straight away we went to Venugopal Garu, VU3 BAO. Now the present call sign is VU2 VNO, upgraded call sign. He is having a house, very big house in Chinna Valteru. In fact, during that period, his house was vacated by tenants. Knowingly our program in advance, deliberately Venugopal Garu, he has not given his house for rent. He kept idle for some period of time with a view to provide accommodation for ham radio operators, those who are going to come different parts of both the states, that is Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Without his help, we would have not operated from the International Fleet Review. We would have not had a successful operation. Accommodation is the very important point. In fact, the organizers have provided accommodation in Geetham's college. Geetham Engineering College is a little bit far away from the main activity that is going on in the heart of the city. So hence, we have decided to stay in the accommodation where the accommodation was provided by Venugopal Garu. I myself and along with Nageswar Rao Garu stayed in the same accommodation, and FTP Ramesh Garu and Suresh Garu, they went some other location to arrange accommodation of themselves. Later, some more people also joined along with, and they also stayed in the same accommodation where we have been put up. The next day, we have started our task by collecting suitable bamboos. We have been provided a transport vehicle, small lorry, and myself and along with other hams, we personally went to timber depot to select a suitable straight bamboos which are very much required for establishing HF and VHF antennas. It is very difficult to get these things on that particular day, so we want to procure these logistics well in advance. It is very difficult to transport them when the real activity starts, that is 4th of February. We wanted to finish all these jobs well in advance. We have selected a suitable bamboos ranging from 20 to 25 feet, and we went to each and every place. We safeguarded the bamboo in a suitable place with a view to utilize them at the time of erecting the antenna. So the next day, a vehicle was provided by police department, particularly from the police communications, having a sticker on the vehicle like police communication. It was provided us with a view to providing transportation from our accommodation to various points. It was made easy. The vehicle was very convenient for us to go to all the places from our accommodation. The next day, all the team members from different parts of both the states, that is Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Some people have reported from Hyderabad and some people have reported from Vijayawada, Nelluru, like this. Some people have came from all the way from Hyderabad, buses and trains also. We went to both the places to receive them with vehicles, 2 vehicles, and all the people were kept in a suitable accommodations. And some people were stayed there in the collector's office guest house, and some people were accommodated in the same place where we have been provided accommodation. Like this, everything was arranged in a hassle-free manner. Our operations have started 4th. Prior this main operation, which is scheduled to be held from 4th of February, one day in advance, that is 3rd of February, around 11 p.m. in the night, we have received a call from police headquarters, Visakhapatnam. They wanted us to set up 2 more new stations which are not in our list. That is, the stations are Park Hotel and Naval Canteen. But we were tired because we were roaming all the places, carrying all the equipment, and some stations we have erected the antennas are also. Everything was ready by 3rd evening itself. Sudden this message, it caused some anxious moments because of manual power. Already whoever is available, we were tired. And it was caused anxious moments for us. Then Mr. Ramesh V3 FTP along with Suresh V2 IPL, both the hams, they have came forwarded for shouldering this Herculean task. They are carrying all the required equipment like antenna analyzers, antennas, equipment, sufficient number of equipment, everything they have carried of their own. So they are fully equipped and they are committed. They have agreed upon to take up the task. They started their operation in the midnight itself, and within 2 hours they have completed 2 points. By morning, 4th of morning, everything was set ready. Because of their committed work, the task was completed, and otherwise we would have to face lot of problems. And also we have arranged a repeater, and all the equipments, antennas, cables were carried by Nellore ham radio operators under the able leadership of Saradi Garu, Basha Garu, and others. They have accompanied him. Around 4 radio operators came from Nellore. So they were like a military people, carried all the equipment on the Rushikonda. There we have started erecting the antenna for a repeater station, which is the very, very important key point for making this whole event successful, without which it was not possible to communicate one point to another point. That was the very, very important station. But we have forgotten to carry GA wire, which is required to tie up the bamboos in a proper manner. Somehow we have forgotten to bring that GA wire. Simultaneously, at the same time, police communication people were also found they are doing some other work. There, Mr. Radhakrishna, Circle Inspector, Police Communication, was there. They are having all the logistics, GA wires, equipment, each and everything they were also carrying. So we approached them with a doubt whether they will accept our request or not. When we introduced ourselves, they very much acknowledged and they received us very friendly nature, ready to offer whatever we ask. They also knows they are having some knowledge about our work. We are also working on behalf of police commissionerate. So offered everything, and with their support, we have installed antenna and each and everything was kept ready. The 4 operators were worked round the clock in maintaining repeater. The saga of this successful operation would be incomplete if we won't mention the ham radio operators who came from Nelluru, who have braved all the odds, sacrificing their personal comforts, stayed there in the repeater place itself till the end of this operation, which was the very important communication link with which the whole operation was conducted in a hassle-free manner, thanks to all the Nelluru hams. And initially, we have faced some problems, some communication gap, some misunderstanding at the Daga airport. So they have not received any communication from the official channels. But once we went there, explained about the significance of ham radio operators, how we have worked in Orissa super cyclone, Gujarat earthquake, the role being played by ham radio operators during the disasters. That too, we have came on the invitation of Police Commissioner of Visakhapatnam. We explained them about the situation. Then with the intervention of the higher officials, everything was set right. So naval authorities also provided all the facilities. They have given the access. There, Bapuji Garu, VU3 KET, along with Nageswar Rao Garu, VU2 IDF, both have set up their own equipment and continuously operator. That is a very, very important point for providing communication to other points about the movements of VVIPs. And another station we have arranged, important station is the Novotel Hotel, where Prime Minister was stayed during his stay in Visakhapatnam. There also we have faced some problems with the security personnel. After explaining about them that we are also working for this international fleet review, everything, all the confusion was clear. Later we have not faced any problem. And another operators like Hemant Raj Garu, V2HRY, along with his son and others are also there. They also took one important point. All the stations were arranged and communication went on very well. Command control room, we have arranged a base station. Apart from base station and walkie-talkies, we arranged a high frequency equipment also. When Srimati Lakshmi Garu, the Superintendent of Police Communication, visited our shack, we have given a demonstration in which Appaji Garu with US call sign KB9ZFL, he was available on the Echolink network. We have provided a connection along with Appaji Garu with the cooperation and coordination, Ecolink services provided by Ramu Garu, V to RMU of Visakhapatnam. Thanks to Ramu Garu, otherwise we would have not conducted a successful demonstration to the higher officials. So all the police personnel, DSPs and circle inspectors, they were also little bit surprised how these people are able to communicate with ordinary VHF base station. They're a little bit confused, which includes Superintendent of Police Lakshmi Garu also. So normally they use it to communicate local stations with VHF, police VHF sets. That is the normal thing. Here is also the same thing, but when this VHF set is coupled with the Ecolink, the revolutionary technology makes it possible to communicate anywhere in the world, even using a simple walkie-talkie. We explained them how ham radio operators works continuously with innovative ideas, with their continuous support, bringing new type of circuits, which in turn uses for development of electronics field. They very much impressed. So all the people who are watching our demonstrations and communication, they felt very, very happy. They have shown interest to join in this activity. Later, Lakshmi Garu, Dadan Superintendent of Police Visakhapatnam, when she transferred to Vijayawada as the in charge of police communication of entire state, she undergone training in ham radio and she has received a general grade license. So that was the impact she was received during her tenure as a Superintendent of Police in Visakhapatnam. PU3 FTP, he worked like a commander and encouraged all the ham radio operators, which in turn helping all the hams to accomplish their jobs in an effective manner. We have completed our operation on 8th and after taking leave from the authorities, from the district revenue officer and all the available officers, and meeting all the hams of Visakhapatnam, we have started our journey to our respective places. So this is the one successful service which enthused many hams. The good work done by ham radio team, which drawn the attention of many people. They have praised our services, received the accolades not only from the higher officials, and our services have been commended by the public also. Our vehicle fitted along with all the equipment, which was become a major attraction, as a result of which after the event also many people started contacting us to know more about this ham radio. This is the successful ham radio service in which we have took part. We have worked like a uniformly, like a military team, and everybody was satisfied, returned to our respective places with a sense of satisfaction. With this, Ramesh Babu Arja saying 73 best wishes once again to all the friends. Once again, Republic Day greetings to one and all. 73, bye for now.